Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Monday night training call. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We have a lot of really fun things to talk about and also some really great ways to focus in. So there has been so much that has been rolled out right now. We've got Shine through December. We've got our Summer Highlighter limited edition out. We've got double Pibs through July, product introductory bonuses, and the sign-up special with extra products samples through Wednesday. So that's a lot. So we're going to talk about it and talk about how this is all being really handed to us on a silver platter, but also not get totally lost in the excitement, but use that and channel it and focus it with what exactly to do to move forward and how to plan yourselves. So to my mind, there's really one focus here, and that is the Shine program, funneling everything through Shine, focused on that one thing. That is all about new customers or team, all stemming from a bunch of new conversations and refreshed, circling back old conversations as well. So we want to highlight Shine, show you a couple of examples of how people are excelling in that program already, and then help you map it out individually and more whole picture style. So Shine is super important for a few reasons. It's highly rewarding, the action you're all already in and looking to be in, looking to build new customers and team. Number two, the levels really are more attainable than any program we've had so far. And at the same time, they still stretch you, which is great. The length of the program, 7 months, 6.5 by now, ensures that you pursue this with consistency, and therefore, in order to reach these levels, and therefore are getting this into your blood. It's not a 3-month blitz where you burn yourself out and then you take a big break from your business. It's getting it in your system so that you can keep going. So, and also, huge point is that it's unique to the industry. Really, not any other company has done anything like it. And therefore, it is a great recruiting tool and something to get really excited about. So think about, for sure, everyone on this call and people who are watching it in replay, set your Shine goal. What level do you want? 1, 2, 3, or 4? What level are you willing to grow to believe that you can grow to? And this program is for those committed to building a customer base and getting a lot of product out there. And through that alone, sponsoring will come as a side benefit even. So to me, that's all of you on this call and those listening later. You can get this trip only from sales, which is amazing. And building a team will help. Because remember, Shine in itself is a recruiting tool to build teams. So, really ask yourself, how much do you want it? There's been some numbers that have been crunched. And if you're living now between senior specialist and senior influencer, what you're doing now, if you continue just to do what you're doing now, you will land somewhere between 10K and 35K for the Shine program, which is between levels 1 and 3 by the end of December. If you do want more than that, how will you change that path? And that's part of what we're here to help you figure out. How will you show up every month from now till then? I'm stretching to do a little bit more or a bit more than you've been doing. So again, it's not a sprint. It's more of a season, of a consistent effort in, results out. Stretching and going for something as you're building it into the habits of your business. So Leslie is going to talk about some more points. Some more points on the points. Literally, so far what's happened and what that means for you, and also some really telling scenarios of what's currently happening and how to map this for yourself, which is really, really crucial, the tracking of it. So Leslie.
Yeah. No, the tracking is so important. It's coming up for really the game plan for yourself that works. And I think what's so exciting for us about this program, well, and those of you who've been with us for a while, we've never had anything like this. And for those of you who are newer, just trust that this is a wonderful tool to grow your business. And hopefully you get the trip at the end. That's what we're all going to go toward, and we're going to work with each other to get there, because I think we should all be on this fun trip together. It'll be announced at Beauty Summit. But regardless, these are put in place to help us grow our businesses. So, you know, you shoot for the stars, and hey, if for some reason you miss, that's okay. You've probably doubled or tripled what you would have done otherwise. But we're here to make sure that doesn't happen. We're going to go on this trip. Couple ways to get there. Mapping it out is so super important. You know, we talk a lot about being the CEOs of our own companies and really taking this very seriously. And what would a CEO do? Well, they're going to plan out the monthly, the quarterly, and the yearly, right? The goals, and they're going to really map out how they're going to get there. Of course, there's always a little wiggle room. There's always something that's going to pop up. That's fine. We want that flexibility is part of what we do. But mapping it out, having it on your bulletin board, looking at it, having a big whiteboard with all of the names of your top prospects and your big goals and vision boards and visuals, super, super important. So these next 6.5 months, how do we get there? How do we do this? How do we get this trip? Well, you can sell 12 new regimens a month for 4 months, and you can get there. 12 new regimens will give you 10,300 points. And so when you break that down, that's 3 new regimen customers a week. And if that sounds at all scary or at all big, just trust that that can happen. And that's one way you can map it out. So maybe you're looking to roughly do that and start with big regimen sales combined with your usual subscribe to save orders and repeat business that's coming in. And then watch that branch out into new specialists, because we know that when people come in with the regimen, they're much more likely to then become a specialist and want to share all of these results and all of this goodness, right? So that would be one way you could maybe map out those first couple months. Here's another scenario that we broke down a little bit earlier today. If you have 5 new regimens, that's 4,325 points. If you bring on 1 specialist at $5.99 and 2 at $2.99, that gives you another 2,000 points. Then you've got maybe 2 of your regular subscribe to save regimen customers coming in. That gives you 510 right there. And then the other roughly 3,000 points are going to be your personal orders, any other subscribe to save orders coming in, and then all of your sales, whether it's new volume or not new volume, that are coming in as you go that month as well. So the points are very generous, and it's very doable if you've got it written out and you've got that plan in place so you're not caught off guard as we get into months 5, 6, and 7. And I think that's the key. The second point, and I think the most important one, if you're watching this on replay, this will be a little bit different, but if you're watching live right now, so anytime there's a sign-up special, it's a great opportunity. So right now through Wednesday, we're able to say that you can come on at the very beginning of Shine in June through Wednesday. You're going to get all those extra samples, either a 1 or 2 pack, depending on what you sign up with. Let's say you're coming in at $2.99, you're going to get over $600 in product for $2.99. You can launch your business, no strings attached. We don't have to go through that. You guys know how wonderful that is. And you're getting it at the very, very beginning of Shine. So by getting your new specialist in right now, you are giving them the gift of having almost the full earning period for this trip, and then all the other incentives along the way. Most importantly, they're coming in and they can build that kind of momentum within the entire company. It's going to allow people to take their businesses to a whole new level, much, much faster. And I think it's a very tactile, very cool way that Ever's doing this. So I really do encourage everyone to put on their sponsoring hat and to go out and really think about who they know that would love to get a great trip with a bunch of friends, get into a great company when it's young, get out there and really share these products, get that bonus sample pack. And you guys know when you're launching, you need samples. So anytime we can get, almost $40 worth of samples on top of this, of the savings, it's a total win-win. So this is a very exciting time. So you've got all these different recruiting tools. Not only do we have a sign-up special and Shine going on, we just launched that highlighter, which I'm telling you, the feedback's been incredible already. That thing's the bomb. So you've got that to play with too right now, because that's still in stock. And people can just go out and have a blast with this. So remember, if you're thinking, this is what I always tell myself, I've got something of great value to bring to someone. There's never been a better time for me to bring this to you. So if you want the gift of ever coming in ground floor, this is a really, really good opportunity to do it right now. I'd love to help you get on board. These are the words I would say. I'd love to help you get on now so we can all go on the super fun trip together that's going to be announced in Louisville in September. So this is really fun. I would definitely, for me personally, I'll be really working on this through Wednesday at midnight and just seeing who I can offer this to. So that's that. With that being said, I would love, love, love to talk a little bit about these Shine points. We've got Nicole Ryan on the call. Nicole's already at 800, and that number is going to go way up with her Shine points, and she's new. She's being coached by Caitlyn Ship, and I would just love to hear how you guys are doing this what your goals are and just a little bit more, because it's really cool to see new people come in on this very level playing field. You can be an SVP in the company, or you can be brand new, but that brand new person could get to shine much faster than that SVP. And that's why we love this program so much. So talk to us about what you guys are doing to launch Nicole. Get her to shine points. Hi. Unmute.
Sorry, Nicole, there you are.
Here I am. You want to go first, Caitlyn, or you want me to?
You can go first if you want to start talking, and then I'll wrap it up.
Okay. So yeah, very new to Ever, just a couple weeks I've been doing this. So I really focused on when like introducing this line. I had never used it before I signed up to be a seller. So I made my first video. I don't know if people saw it, they shared it, but I went on Facebook without makeup. I kind of went for the follow along with me. Here's what I'm working with. Here's my issues. Here's what I would like to see change. And that really, it seemed like sparked a lot of interest. I already had people asking questions about the products, and Caitlyn and Leslie both have been very helpful with kind of coaching me where I don't necessarily I'm not as knowledgeable about the products just yet, but kind of helping encourage me and motivate me to talk with people about them still. And Caitlyn and I met with a couple girls last week in person because they were, they have seen the videos that I've been doing and are very interested in the products, which was very helpful to have her there with me. But yeah, that's just what I've kind of focused on, like, hey, everyone, here's something new that I'm trying. Follow along with me. I think these are going to be great products, and I'd love to share my experience with them along with you.
Yeah, it's awesome. It really is. And if you guys haven't watched it yet, be sure to watch Nicole's journey, because those journeys, people love that. And it's so raw and real and amazing, and your skin's already looking incredible. So, Caitlyn, what have you guys been doing?
Really key. And I think that was like the biggest thing, especially meeting with her friends this past Friday. These are all friends that were also using the same product line she was. So really just, her already, she was already able to speak to, when anytime I've ever jumped to a new line, you instantly have purging, or it gets worse, or she was using this product line for like 2 years. And she was able to really speak to, like, I've only been using it a week or two, but like nothing's gotten worse. Actually, I've already started seeing some improvements. And then just really the clean part. But we've just really been, working on like what her goals are. And just, it's really about sharing. And I think, I feel like I don't want to like beat a dead horse, but, I think in the nursing world, like one little easy step we have is like clean products are easy for us to speak to, for especially people in the healthcare field. That's really an area we've tapped into really well, just because of that ease. We can really speak to that. 2 of her friends, are pregnant, or are talking that, if we get pregnant, what we never really thought about, what about these toxic products, or, so the importance. And I think, again, as nurses, we can really speak to that. And it just kind of has helped a lot.
That's awesome. And do you want to share your goals? Do you mind sharing what your goals are? Because I know that that's really important as well. Do you have shine goals?
I am working my hiney off for the trip. So
okay.
That's my goal.
Awesome. And Nicole?
Yeah, I mean,
all in.
Everyone's goal is the trip.
That's good. And so just keep working on, really on mapping it out and getting there. And then when those blocks come, I mean, that's always what we're here for, to do, is to help each other sort of get unstuck too. over 7 months. It'll happen at some point, and then that's when it's most important to reach out to your mentor, to any of us, and quickly get unstuck so we can all be on a trip together soon. Incredible. Your journey's been unreal, really. It's just super, super fun and inspiring to watch, and congrats on all those early shine points. It's just amazing to watch them jump, and it's amazing how cool this program is going to be for everybody. There's not one person who can't get to this trip, not one. Every single person in this call, every single person on this team can get this trip. It's like no problem. It's just a matter of a little bit of extra grit and really mapping it out, and really just getting really, really open to it. And the crazy part is, at the end, it's going to be, the trip's going to be great fun, of course, but you'll see that income go up. And you'll feel really, really good about that. So this is fun. It's a good time. So thank you guys for sharing that. You're amazing. You're both I can't get over how well all of these people in Fast Start are doing, which leads us into Double Pits. So Amelia, do you want to talk a little bit about that? Double? Yeah.
And first, I'd love to encourage everyone to, everything that we hear about each other and what everybody is doing is a story to be shared as you invite people to hear about Ever. Think about, you can tell Caitlyn and Nicole's story of how this power duo is launching and what they're doing. And it's so cool, Nicole. I've never seen anybody launch that way. And it was just, I don't know whose idea it was, if it was your idea, I don't know. But I was like, no one's ever done that. That I just go on and say, from the beginning, follow me on the journey. And it's so inspiring and a great suggestion that I'll be making to new team members.
Yeah.
So,
I just knew that I would appreciate seeing that. So that's kind of what gave me the idea. Like, what would really convince me I've got to have what she has? And that's what I came up with.
And that is so duplicatable.
Yeah.
And she's already had somebody
thing, Yeah.
She's already had somebody reach out saying, oh my gosh, look at your warranty. And I need that.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, and then you'll get people who are like, well, sure, I'll jump in. I've never used the products. How did you do it? You'll be like, I don't know. I just got the kit and I started doing it. And they'll go, I'll do that too. I'll have what she's having. And then before you know it, you'll have this whole team of hundreds of people. And that's just what they'll do. They'll come on with one of the kits, and they'll take people on their Facebook Live journey. And before you know it, there you go, Nicole. And you're like, yeah, let's do Shine and Lux. What else you got for me, Ever?
Yeah.
You laugh now. You laugh now. True. It's a very cool thing to do. It's very duplicatable, and it's how we all learn. It's really, it's fabulous.
And so we know internally this skincare line we're talking about is RNF, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So everybody knows, and you guys are doing it beautifully. We don't say the direct company online, but certainly offline, you can say it, you can share her videos, everyone follow this. This is a great tool for all of us that these two are building, because they have a huge RNF community around them. Obviously with grace and dignity and all of that, and not like a poaching situation, but it's just a story that is being told in real time of shifts in comparison. So I thought that I would put that out there. Double Pimps. So this is basically the equivalent of being back in Fast Start for all of us. And so, using up the amount of conversations, use the tools that we've got, the medical happy hour, the teacher happy hour, focus in on a certain group and just have as many conversations as possible. In each of those conversations, you're bringing people to giving them all of the information. That way, sponsoring comes into the conversation and lets the person choose. So you're giving them the three ways, full retail at our customer rewards discount, or coming into a wholesale discount with the business in the back pocket, with the additional stream of income in the back pocket. And we're going to be putting out a words to say document that has these things that you can say and get in your blood and really practice them. Practicing these sound bites and scripts are going to be so key to just have it roll off your tongue. Lord knows Jessica Heron practices everything she says. Leslie practices in the shower. So it's just key. So you don't have to, you just don't think about it. And then you're just giving the information and letting them choose which way is best, because sometimes people really don't know all of the options. So double pibs are amazing. And the coolest part to me about all of this is that Shine and all of this is really, it's putting all the power in your hands. It's really 100% up to you. It's not dependent on if someone rank advances, if whatever your team is doing. It's not dependent on that. It's dependent upon what you are creating. So map it. Really, there's the MAP, the monthly action plan tracker. After this call, if you haven't yet, go print that out. It's in the lounge. Print out the Shine tracker. There's a great Shine tracker. Get it up on your wall. It lets you break it down monthly. Pick where you want to be by December, and then backtrack it so you're getting your monthly averages, and you're knowing what to do, and it's up on your wall so you can see all the time. Share it with your mentor. Share it with a pacing partner. That is going to be so very key. I happened to yesterday. I'm catching up on all of Jessica's podcasts. And I happened to hear, again, the episode 5, The Goal Getter. And I know many of you have heard that. And if not, please listen to it right away. It's so key. It's all about setting your goals. But it's mostly about the mindset behind the goal setting, which is what is so important here. I'm just going to pull a few things from what she said. Choosing to go like an arrow in the direction that you want. She says setting your goals, beating them, or repeating them, and making your goals scary. Some of them not so scary, but make a big, scary, hairy one, so that you stretch and forget about whatever your definition of failure is right now. She says if you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. Your goal isn't big enough. And we're here to grow and get somewhere, right? So most of the time, going somewhere big is going to involve like failing your way there. And failing only means trying. So she says you're going to have to start believing amazing things are happening and can happen if you decide to be tenacious enough not to give up, and especially don't give up if you didn't make it or didn't do it this time or the next few times even. Giving yourself a shot at failure. Because when you do, you'll give yourself a shot at succeeding. That's the only way. So flip your mindset on it. If your goals are small, your behavior won't change. That was a great point to me. And the outcome won't change. So we've all had goals like that a million times, these small goals. And if we don't get them, then, it's another goal I didn't hit. No big deal. And if I don't really declare it, then I'm not really failing at it. But again, switching your idea of what failure even is. So being efforts in, results out in their own timing. The timing often isn't up to us, but the action is up to us and the belief is up to us. So keep your vision, be resilient, and really let nothing stop you. Decide to think of now through December as a season, right? As if you were a farmer or an athlete, and get in the mindset of that because we go, month to month to month. And sometimes you can think of the month's end being like, oh, well, there goes that. But think of these next 7 months as a season. And if you're an athlete, it's a series of games, right? And someone's always going to win, someone's always going to lose. It's going to be you winning and losing all throughout there. But an athlete is part of the team and they don't quit. They just keep going and they analyze, okay, what was that about? What can I tweak? What can I improve? How can I, get back up and do it again? And it's the same thing. And also with farming, I'm doing 2 analogies, whichever one you relate to the most, you can pick. But the farmer, like planting for a season, and they know what to expect. They know there's going to be like a long time till the seeds sprout. Maybe there'll be some feisty seeds that sprout faster. Some of the crop is going to sprout and die. But you don't know which seeds are going to do what, and you don't know which games you're going to win. But what you do know is that you're in it to win it. And the tenacious commitment and resiliency is what will get you to your goal or close to it. It will get you where you're wanting to go way sooner than if you don't adopt that mindset and don't move. And I know I'm preaching to the choir a little bit, but but I'm also not, because this is what I tell myself every single day. You know, you gotta re-energize every single day, and recenter on your why and get like that arrow, and go. So some more tools are coming to you. We're going to, Leslie and I are working on a couple of video trainings with words to say on some of these things, a video on a conversation with objections and questions that will cover all of the objections that we all tend to get, that you can see on YouTube. You can point your new recruits to, etc. So we're always working on new stuff to help make this more streamlined and easy for you. But the truth is that you really do have everything you need already to really do it. And you have it right now. Really, it's just getting out and inviting people to conversations and getting them the information, believing 1000% that what you have is a gift. That's really all there is. So print out those sheets, declare your goals, and get in the mirror every single day and say, I am worthy of an amazing business, and everyone that I am looking for is on their way to me already. And I'm just living the days till I get there, talking about this with great love and joy, with my authentic self. So in the meantime, Jessica Heron always says, on days that, you don't quite believe, I believe enough for both of us. So I know I feel that way, and Leslie feels that way, and you feel that way about your team members. So luckily, we're all in this together. But I hope that helps. And Leslie, do you have anything else?
No, just be unstoppable. There's never been I've never seen anything cooler than this. This is just, I don't think that there's a company out there that's ever made it so possible to achieve really great things and really fun things that are just value adds to your life. It's really your business your way more than it ever has been. It's unbelievable. So be unstoppable. Just, really get out there, believe in yourself beyond reason, believe in these products beyond reason, the company, and have fun with it. Just do it with joy and be authentic. Everything that Amelia is saying is just so true. And it's so doable, you guys. That's the thing. It really is just about just upping. I think if we all just up it that much even, give just that one more phone call, one more, Caitlyn Ship reached out. She got so many no's, and she called me and she was so happy about it. She's like, I just got so many no's. I reached out to all these people and I think so many of them are going to be yeses. They're no's now. It's the best feeling in the world. I'm like, yes, that's it. And the more we do that, the more we have this massive success, and we get all these great breakthroughs, and then we just keep going. So Amelia, thank you. You're brilliant, and you guys are also awesome for being on. This is just a really, really exciting time. I can't even.
Yeah. That there's two books that you could revisit. One is Go for No.
Yep.
And the other is for Get Over Your Damn Self, which we talk about ad nauseum. But I literally, you could read it every month. Yep, there it is.
There it is. Right there.
That book has everything you need. You have everything you need. Go for No says, if you actually go get an actual 100 no's, you will have more business than you know how to deal with. You'll be drowning in business if you actually go get 100 no's. It's hard. It's actually hard to get 100 no's.
Yeah.
The amount of people you have to talk to.
Because they're responding. They're responding no.
Right. So, fun fact. Fall in love with the no. Just fall in love. If you're in love, people will be like, I want some of that.
Yes.
I have such a classic no.
You do?
Yeah. Kathy. She, for the longest time, she's like, no, I love my stuff. I just love it. And she even attended the launch. She's like, no, I'm not going to try this stuff. I already have my great stuff. Thank you very much. She said that. And now she signed up with the $2.99 kit a week and a half ago. And she wants to share it with friends and families because she says she's in love with it.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
From no to yes.
That's
just
right.
Like in real life, everything is like dating. Everything is like dating. People have more than one love, guys. They're gonna fall in love with us eventually.
Questions? Any questions? Any ideas? Anything?
A quick question, real quick, for people who are playing replay, Amelia or Leslie, can you direct the folks exactly on the navigation to get to the tracker so they can print it out?
Oh, you know what? We're gonna put the. I don't know why I have a slight stutter tonight, ladies. We're going to put the tracker in the team files.
Okay,
but
great.
it is under announcements and news, and in the announcements of Shine, it will take you to the tracker.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Hi, I have a quick question.
Yes.
On all the makeup, I haven't seen any eyeliner, and I've had somebody specifically request eyeliner. Is that something that will be coming in the future?
You know, they do not tell us the specific products that are coming, but they have heard eyeliner a ton. So I have no doubt that eyeliner is in the pipeline.
Thank you.
In the meantime,
Hi, Kathy.
I know eyeliner is eyeliner, but in the meantime, the darkest color in the eye palette makes a great dark eyeline. It's not eyeliner, you know, but that's what I do in the meantime.
Like
Thank
if you
you.
add water to it, you mean?
Can you tell I'm such a makeup aficionado?
Kathy, based on the next, it's 2 years. That's the 2-year pipeline. The 2 years worth of.
Yeah, 2 years of stuff is
yeah. I would be shocked if eyeliner went in there.
Hey, by the way, who just spoke up was Kathy Shively, and she is my newest team member.
Hi, Kathy.
Yay!
Hi, everybody.
We're so happy to have you.
I'm excited.
We're
Thank you
excited.
so much for being here.
You're coming in at the best time in case you didn't pick up on it.
Yeah, true.
I'm getting that.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm sincere. Like, you literally could not have joined at a better time.
I'm very excited. I truly am. I'm spreading the news to everybody.
Awesome. We've got a great mentor and a really wonderful team here. So
Yes.
welcome, welcome. We're grateful you're here.
Thank you.
Any other questions or ideas right now?
So when you're talking about go for the no, does that mean that somebody actually has to respond and say no? Like if we're really going for this, so it's not just silence, not just the crickets. Where do I put the word? And I get nothing.
It's a response of no.
Yes.
That's why it's actually hard to get that. It's actually hard to get that.
It is hard to get that.
But it, you know, part of this, it helps because we think that silence is a no a lot of the time. We just fill that blank in, but it's not. I mean, and you just have to think of your own behavior too. How many messages do you get that you don't respond to, that you flag, you want to respond to, you just, you know, you just don't. I mostly don't respond, you know. I'm better about that now that I'm been on the other end. Yeah.
If I can share a little story that I had this weekend for all my no's that I got. So I had probably like a group of, I would say maybe 23 women that are on my page or somehow like started pages, but I would never get a response. And, you know, I don't know. I kept telling Leslie, it's like, you know, I've created this avatar, or, you know, I know they're watching it and they've joined my Facebook page, but this weekend was Saturday. I sat down and I started messaging each of them and just simply asking, you know, like, hey, whatever their name was, and, you know, hey, I just love to chat with you for a few minutes over what your current skincare regimen is. And you wouldn't believe, like, instantly people started like, oh, well, I'm using this, but if I ever decide I want to change, you know, I'll keep you in mind. Or one girl was like, well, I really love what I'm using, but, you know, I never really thought about clean makeup. Or, you know, so it was like instantly, it was like, oh my gosh, like I got all these no's, or maybe not responses that, I mean, since March.
Wow.
That's so key. It's that small thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, just tell me what you're using. People always want to talk about that.
Well, and that's
what do you love or not love about what you're using, right? People will tell you.
And I think it makes them think, like, then they're starting to think, because, like, some people, like, their responses, you could tell it made them think of, like, oh, well, like, what do I use, or why do I use it, or, like, is that really the best? But, like, I had told Leslie, is, like, you know, like I feel like these avatars are key and definitely have helped me. And then, you know, certain messaging is key, but for some people, it's almost like you're sending out a dart and you're trying to figure out like what's going to be that thing to engage that conversation sometimes. So for me, some of these people, like it just, whatever I was sending wasn't like the right thing to like engage that conversation. So then when I did that, it instantly opened, which really helped me because like I almost loved getting the no's. Like then at that point knowing like, oh, okay, well these people are using this line. So this is kind of how I'm going to gear and maybe hopefully bring them over because like I know what they're using. But before that, it's like, well, I don't know, like I'm messaging and I know they're watching or they're engaged to my page, but like what's that thing to like make them respond?
Were they not responding to like messenger messages, but they responded to when you asked what they were specifically using?
Yeah.
So some of the people you had done, you were crickets prior to that question.
Completely for months.
I think that's just the most fascinating thing.
I love that. I love that.
We should all do this. I mean, I think it's just brilliant, Caitlyn.
People want to talk about themselves.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's just, you're just doing private messages, not like posts. Like,
correct.
I was almost thinking when you were talking, like I could do a post and say, if for how many we'll do a drawing and you'll get a free whatever if you respond. But I think the private messages.
I went through and I literally person by person, that was like part of my little cricket group is what I'll call them. Cause like, I know like they've been like, they'll follow my posts. Like I can see they're looking at my posts. Some of them like my posts. All of these crickets are people that haven't bought, but they're following. So I'm like, how do I change that they're like not crickets anymore? So I literally would say, hi, Rachel, or hey, Rachel, you know, I hope you're doing well. I just, you know, I'd love to chat with you about what your current skincare regimen is. And, you know, ... and just left it open-ended. And then, yeah, people were just like, oh, hey, you know, sorry for the delay in message. You know, I use this, or I'm loving this, or, you know, a couple I've been able to chat with. But yeah, it finally just opened. I don't know. It was helpful though.
Incredible.
And then you can keep asking questions. They tell you what it is, you know, what do you love about it? Is there anything you don't love about it? Just what do you love about it? Let them respond. Is there anything you wish it did that it doesn't? Are there any holes in there? Let them respond. And then like taking notes of it, because you can find, say it's like Cetaphil. And like later on a little bit, you could send them an article. Oh my gosh, I just found this out about Cetaphil. Or you'll know a good sample to send them that might fill a hole in what they're using, you know, or complement it even, like who knows? Yeah, I always thank people for a no too. They're like, I love what I'm using. I'm like, I really appreciate, you know, you telling me no. Like, it really helps me because I don't have to spend energy on you. I don't say that, but I'm like, you know, I can redirect.
But I think at that point, it allows, even with a no or like their responses, even if they're not saying like, oh my gosh, I'll buy ever right now. But at least with like what their response is, it's like, okay, at least know this is where my audience is at. Like, so this is what I'm working with, versus like before it was almost like, okay, I'm just throwing a dart. I hope it sticks. You know, it's worked for others, but maybe it didn't work for this person. So at least that helped, because it's not just this blanket space that I don't know what to do with, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing I find that's a little bit helpful is that if they're not interested in the skincare portion, because a lot of people are very skeptic about their face. So if they're just like die hard no to the face, then I move right away to the body. I bring lavish in, I bring the oil in, I bring the makeup in, I talk about daylight, I talk about the foundation. You know, I kind of ask them, what do you use currently besides, you know, on top of your skincare, what do you use for your body? Because a lot of times I do find I'll get customers who try the body, they love it, and that's kind of a gateway. That's my gateway to either sending samples, one or two samples for the face or something else. So if they say, you know, I know our focus is like on the regimen and, you know, the skincare portion, but keep in mind that there's other gateways, right? There's other ways to open up. Even if they buy 1 or 2 lavish, or a lavish and a body oil, or a lavish and a foundation, or a lavish and a daylight, as an example, I'm saying. That's just another way to open up. They're like, oh, I actually like these products. Well, maybe I'll try a face wash. Like today, I literally was checking my orders, and somebody just placed an order as this phone call. She has been using RNF, but it's breaking her out. She switched from one RNF line to another RNF, and she's like breaking out. She's like, this has never ever happened to me before, and I got to get off of this stuff. So I'm going to try Ever. But what she did was she's trying to rebalance in the peel pad, but she's not trying the whole regimen. So that's another possibility too, is that, you know, they can maybe try a couple of pieces at first just to see how that works. Plus the lavish. I think everybody loves the lavish. So that's kind of a little bit of a strategy that I'm trying to do, is that if I feel that I can't just keep beating the horse, right? What do they call it? Beating the dead horse with the regimen or the skincare, then I immediately just switch over. Oh gosh, you got to try our lavish. Oh, look at this body oil. It's amazing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, it's brilliant. There's so many, you know, great responses and great ways we can add value on product, on opportunity, you know, but it is just about 5 to 12 reach outs before you'll get a response. And sometimes the response is no. And that's a good thing. And I think that's once we realize that, then that realization is when that aha moment comes, like with Caitlyn, amazing. And then the business just takes off. And then, like Amelia said, and go for no. It's so true. Mm-hmm. You will literally have more business than you know what to do with. I mean, you'll be drowning in it. And if it feels hard to believe now, it happens. It'll happen. But it just takes grit. It takes a lot of grit, a lot of tenacity and hard work, and just that fully being able to let go of fear. The fear of rejection, which is what holds 99% of people back in this industry as a whole.
Or fear of success.
Yep. Maybe even more so.
That one's sneaky.
Yeah. Maybe even more so. Because you deserve it. In fact, that's why Jessica's, you know, talks about it. I mean, you deserve it. You've got to believe it, that you deserve all the success that's inevitably coming to you with all of this hard work. Right, Amelia? It's true. Anything else, you guys? Anyone? Anything at all? Victoria, Sarah, Carla, Nicole, anyone? Barbara, Angela? You guys all ready? You ready to shine? Get your shine on?
Get your shine on. The Run for the Roses is still going, of course.
We're running. We're still running.
All right, everyone.
Thank you guys so much. Caitlyn and Nicole, thank you both very much.
Yep.
For all that great insight. We appreciate it.
Everyone follow them.
Yes. And do that thing that Nicole's doing. Just get the $2.99 and do your raw journey on Facebook Live. There you go. Nicole, I'm telling you, girl, see you at Shine.
See you at Shine.
That's the goal, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right.
Thank you guys
so much. I love seeing your beautiful faces. Kathy, thank you and welcome. I'm so happy you were here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. See you all soon.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
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 Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alice.